the spotlight tonight, we thought we had a happy ending, but never mind. There has now been a terribly cruel twist to the story of a New Jersey dad's fight to bring his American son home from Brazil. In 2004, David Goldman's wife left him for what was supposed to be a 2-week vacation to Brazil. 2 weeks! With their son, Sean. She never came back. She died a few years later, but bizarrely, her new Brazilian husband ended up getting custody of little Sean. After a 5-year legal battle, a Brazilian court finally ruled that Goldman would get his son back. Yay! Then yesterday, after arriving in Brazil to get his boy, Goldman got the heartbreaking news that the ruling was suspended. Listen to his reaction on NBC's Today Show.
And very frustrating that my son is still held there in this environment, and I cannot do a thing to get him out of there. I'm not giving up. He's coming home. It's not over.
I hope he's right. When does the nightmare end for this poor dad? With me is Michael Cardoza, criminal defense attorney. Michael, this case now awaits a ruling from Brazil's Supreme Court. But my understanding is Sean's Brazilian stepfather is very powerful, very politically connected. Even Hillary Clinton and President Obama couldn't sway this situation. Could this man's influence actually extend to Brazil's highest court? Is that possible?
Well, anything's possible, Jane, but I have friends, and I work with a woman that is from Brazil. She's a Brazilian attorney and also licensed here, and I've talked to her and other people, other attorneys in Brazil, and they say that type of influence will not affect the Supreme Court down there any more than it would affect our Supreme Court. Keep in mind, in this case, what happened, when the mother took little Sean, it appears that she internationally kidnapped him. So now we have the stepfather who had to know that the mother had the son, Sean, against the father's will. He's really an accessory after the fact. He's helping. So now when they argue about it, I'm thinking, wait a minute, you're sort of part of this kidnapping, and you expect to get custody of this child away from the real father? It's not going to happen. My friends in Brazil also tell me that by this, 2-3 days from now, they think, this case should be decided. They say it's going to move rather quickly through the Supreme Court down there. And because they've taken it, it doesn't mean they're going to rule against Mr. Goldman. It simply means they're going to review it. And the attorneys, as I say, that I spoke to are hopeful that Sean will go back to his father.
Now, the U.S. State Department says there are 3,000 American children who have been kidnapped and taken mostly in custody battles like this to other countries. And the claim is that Brazil is one of the worst countries in terms of returning children. 66 American children are apparently in Brazil, according to these published reports. Is there a problem here?
Well, there probably is some problem, because remember, any court in any country they'll have a predilection to protect their own first. So will there be some favor toward the Brazilian father? Maybe, but I think there's enough political attention on this and enough criticism of what's going on. I think the court's going to do the right thing. They're going to return Sean to its natural father.
I hope you're right.